Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Families Against Incarceration Rape, Predator or Prey. Rape should not be a part of your loved one's sentence. Help support FAIR today by joining the movement, signing the petition, and contacting your local government agencies and prison authorities to protect your loved ones against prison rape. The Prison Rape Elimination Act was unanimously passed by both parties of Congress in 2003. The purpose of this act is to provide for analysis of the incidence and effects of prison rape in federal, state, and local institutions, and to provide information, resources, recommendation, and funding to protect individuals from prison rape. Like, share, and subscribe to this video and leave a comment. Warning: in order to maintain the integrity of those willing to share their stories, this video may not be suitable for everyone. The intentions of this video is for educational purposes and information purposes. However, it may not be suitable for all audience. Warning to those with sensitivity to the subject. Go on now and hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a comment. We believe you. We respect you. Apologies to the victims. We will fight for you and with you. Condolences to the victim's family. We are here to help. Rest in peace to those who have succumbed to this abuse. We are here and we are going to work together.
I was sent to a prison on drug-related charges linked to the manufacturing and distribution of a controlled substance. I had just turned 25 and had no idea of what life was like behind bars. I also happen to be straight. It doesn't really have anything to do with the story, but I'm just telling you from background information. When I first arrived at the correctional facility located in the southeast USA, I knew deep inside that things were going to be bad. There's no way I can explain this except to say my inner voice kept telling me to be careful. The first couple days weren't terrible, but that was only because I was being sized up by the other inmates still. You see, one of the things you find out when you get sent away is that everyone knows your business, including who you are and why you're there. At any rate, on the 5th day of my incarceration, I had 2 members of the Latin Kings forcing me to have sex with them. While I can't be sure, I'm guessing they were close to my age. Now, before I get too far into this, you need to know I was a scrawny little guy. Before getting sent to the slammer, I used to work out at the gym and box. Plus, I had a part-time job as a furniture mover, so I was strong, though. At any rate, the rape happened after I was assigned to the maintenance shop. When the correction officers wasn't present, the 2 Latin Kings cornered me near the doorway. It was obvious what they wanted because the jerks kept making comments about showing them my backside. When I told them hell no, one of them pulled out a piece of razor blade and cut me across the face. Everything after that is a blur. Sometime later, I woke up in a closet, which in prison is called the cut. That's slang for being out of sight from the cameras. So here's the thing. The blood rushing from my face didn't bother me. That I could handle. But what did freak me out was the white stuff oozing from my behind and streaked across my mouth. After wiping myself off with a sock, I got up and felt super dizzy. Once I finally made it to the main hallway, a guard spotted me and asked me what happened. I lied and told him that I slipped and bumped my head. Seconds later, I found myself in the prison's infirmary receiving emergency medical attention. But I did keep my mouth shut. Had I snitched on the 2 Latin Kings that assaulted me, I wouldn't be here to share my story with you today. I'd be dead. That's because in prison, inmates who tell don't live very long, no matter what. I wish I could tell you this was the only time I was raped, but it wasn't. You see, after it happened one time, it'll happen multiple times. It's like word gets around, you know. The next incident happened around 1 month into my sentence. I'll never forget it. I was on my way to a Christian worship group when 4 Latin Kings stopped me near the bathroom. I recognized 2 of them because they were the same bastards who assaulted me before. But the other 2, they were new. well, not new, but certainly inmates I had never encountered like this before. I'm guessing now, but I lay odds that they were in their middle to late 30s, way older than me. Sensing something was about to go down, I tried to get away. That's when one of them pushed me into the bathroom. Then three of them stepped inside while one guy watched the door outside. If you think I could have screamed, think again. One of the Latin Kings had a shank pushed up against my neck and told me straight out if I make a sound, he's cutting my throat to watch me bleed. I won't go into graphic detail except to say that the older of the group and the biggest rustled me over to the sink. That's when he grabbed me by my hair, bent me over, and ruthlessly shoved his you-know-what in my behind. I tried not to make sounds, but the pain was excruciating. Worried that I call attention to what's happening, the thug yanked me up by my hair and spun me around. That's when another LK forced his junk into my mouth. From there, it was a merry-go-round. While one stood lookout, the other three ruthlessly did their thing, taking turns. It was like watching wild jackals feeding on me, giggling and laughing the whole time like it was no big deal. I can still see flashes of my face in that bathroom mirror when all this happened. Over the course of a 6-month period, incidents like the one described above occurred several other times. In fact, I got so sick of being raped that I decided to do something about it. Long story short, I decided to work with prosecutors on several drug-related cases and provide actionable information. In return, I was moved to a minimum security prison camp. Not to get into the weeds, but prison camps are often much a different environment than the penitentiaries. 2 years ago, I was finally released. To this day, I still have flashbacks of being raped by male gangs who thought nothing of forcing themselves inside me. I sincerely hope you never have to do time, and you never do it like I did. If you do, your best bet is to try and go to a prison camp, not a penitentiary. Not that men aren't raped at the camps, because it can happen, but it usually don't. Today, I'm working with a therapist to help sort out some of the flashbacks and terrible nightmares. Being violated like that eats at your sense of masculinity and makes you question yourself. It'll probably take me years to work through this, if ever. And I can honestly tell you, since getting out, I've been completely clean. I don't go anywhere near illegal substances. I'm a Christian, and they totally scared me straight. I'll never go back to prison. If you're wondering what it's really like doing hard time, I just let you know. I wish I would have known before I went. Texas Prison Story family, salute. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Share this out for me.
But when lockup visited Kentucky State Penitentiary, we met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they going to do? If you don't let them have a woman, they're going to have each. Somebody's going to have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty. Booty was more important than food. Booty. A man's butt. It was more, I'm serious. It was more booty, having some booty, was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. It's all the the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style, they call it some sort of a gangster style. And, you know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants and her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know? And it just said so.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I'd probably felt one of y'all butts. And y'all was walking past me. And dared you to say something. I've got no shame in my game. This is nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be.